Hi, welcome to another agency brief. I'm John Parello, principal engineer.
I'm Cody Hartsook. I'm software lead.
So today we're going to be giving you an update on agency, and it's just three things. First, we're going to talk about A2A over SLIM. Yes, we have the A2A protocol running over a different transport protocol called SLIM. We're going to go over an SDK so you can do it, and then we're going to give out free coffee, which means we have a coffee application that you can run on this.
All right, so we're going to briefly look at the pillars of agency. You all have seen these before, but today we're primarily just going to look at the transport layer and the semantics layer. And we think it's important to be able to divorce those two. So how messages are being sent on the transport, and then how they're being received at that semantic interface level.
So we all kind of know the OSI model. We're basically what we're trying to do is evolve the OSI model and enhance it. Everybody understands physical layer all the way up to application. And at the application level, we got HTTP, gRPC, sometimes mesh protocols. We do have syntax and semantics there, but we need an enhanced syntax and semantic layer for agentic communication. That's what everybody's calling A2A, MCP. So it's the JSON files and the content at the top of the stack. And we want to be able to do different transports. We don't want to have to say, oh, HTTP is the transport for A2A, or MCP is using gRPC, or vice versa. We want to be able to swap that in so we can do different patterns of communication. So we'll show you how those patterns work, and then we'll go into deep dives about the protocol in other sessions. So first, there's the SDK.
Yeah, so in order to do that, we created an SDK which creates factory methods that allow us to separate out that semantic layer and the transport layer. So we can create different types of transport layers and different types of protocols, and we essentially map how they should be connected and how messages should go from the semantics down to the transport.
Yeah, and we try to make it really easy. So the factory methods are, hey, give me a transport layer, SLIM. And we'll talk about that. That's the new protocol that's coming out from agency. And then we say, we're going to run A2A over SLIM, or MCP over SLIM, or maybe A2A over HTTP, or A2A over NAT. So it allows you to get different types of communication patterns. We kind of looked at SLIM. SLIM is Secure Low-Latency Interactive Messaging. And we're going to support 5 different types of communication patterns: request response, unidirectional streaming, bidirectional streaming, pub sub, fire and forget. And what we want to do is make sure that SLIM is the one place you can go to do those different types of communication patterns without having to switch, like, oh, I'm going to do HTTP for request response. I'm going to do NATS or TIBCO or Kafka for pub sub. And then I might do gRPC for streaming. So we want to make it one layer so that you can use that. If you need to use other protocols, you can, but we want to divorce the two. Then we got the coffee example that we're going through. Coffee agency, we're going to give you the agency app and in the SDK, and we're going to give a sample application of a large coffee conglomerate. It's kind of like the sock shop, except for agentic. And we're going to have 2 examples, a small one and a large one. And we'll talk more about that in the next sessions. What it comes down to is that agency loves protocols. We'll be able to do MCP, A2A over SLIM, over different protocols. And all the next briefings will show you how you can do that in the next sessions. So any last words, Cody?
No, see you next time.
See you next time. Thanks, everyone.